Aloha. Hey, I'm still trying to figure out the information on the your saxophone to see if it's something that can be fixed easily by me or if it needs to be sent off. I will give you that information within the week. As far as what you can do for practicing, that D major plus your octave note is not going to affect what I want you to practice till the next time we see each other. Guaranteed this is going to help you get some articulation, help you move through your ideas. First off, the notes that we play with our fingers all the way down are representative of the notes we play as mono notes. None of these are multi-chordal or poly. You don't play two notes at one time. Everything is a single note. When we put down three fingers, you have gotten to the point where you're not putting your finger on this one, which is wonderful. We're doing it on the main pads, the 1, 2, and the 3 pads. So when we do that, this pad down here, the pinky place, is called the G pad. G pad is also going to go down here to our other roller pads. I'm not going to really name them out. I just want you to know that they're down there for another function later. As far as the notes we went through, the reason why I was a little heavy is because I showed you all 12 chromatic notes. We would have G with 3 fingers down. The 3 fingers down with this note gives us a G sharp. When we take off our fingers, these two, and just leave 2 depressed, we get an A. There are 4 different ways to play a B flat, but the one that I showed you was to take your hand and play the bottom of your 3 keys right here. 1, 2, 3. It's right here. I use my bottom hand. When playing an A note and that, we get a sharp. Or a B flat, both the same name. Then we're going to be taking that same thing, moving our fingers right off of here, coming up the top and holding up just one note. That's going to be our B note. Flipping over the top, flipping fingers from the top note only to the middle note only, we get a C note. Open is going to be a C sharp. That's what we kind of get our sharp and flatness to tune with the rest of the members of the band or to tune to a piano right there with that note. It would be an E flat for us, but it's a C sharp for everyone else. When we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we are playing a D note, meaning with all 6 fingers down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we get a D note. Here's where it comes into what we're practicing. With using the octave, it pushes up here. Something obviously is wrong with the saxophone, so when you play this and you hit the octave, you get an A note. It gives you, which is not what you want. You want to have, which is a great note. You could also get, which is up high, and I'll show you where that is later. But for this week, what I'd like you to do is this. Holding on each note of a G major scale for a whole tone. G has 3 fingers, A has 2 fingers, B has 1 finger, C has 1 middle finger, D has all 3 down, E has 2 down, plus the 3 up top, F sharp has the middle finger. Notice how the same fingering you did for the top is the same fingering you did for the bottom. They don't do that on purpose that way. No, they do that on purpose. It's not a coincidence. So the concept behind that is when you move to a different key and start learning those, you will find similarities. For this week, try whole notes all the way up, playing an F sharp, and then know the difference between a major and a mixolydian mode. The only difference is a flat 7. It gives you a dominant F. F natural, not an F sharp. The spelling would be all natural notes. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's a subtle difference, but the ta-do resolution is a whole step compared to the ti-do, which is a half step. Way more pleasing the shorter it is. However, that whole step is necessary for playing dominant type music. Now, pick one of your favorite blues songs, which will be a 1-4-5 type of song, because that's what blues are. Find out what key it's in. Hopefully it's G. And then try playing, which is a G, B, D, F sharp, G, and then try playing a G, B, D, F natural. You will find that the F natural will fit over dominant chords. Blues is based off of a dominant scale. Therefore, you won't really play an F sharp over the top of G blues. You will play F. Knowing that is essential. There are a multitude of other scales we could play which involve different intervals. However, the core basis starts from you knowing what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is, and a slight variation. We will also talk about how to play minors. They incorporate a flat 3, a flat 6, and a flat 7. But to know what that is, you must first know what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. If we showed this through the eyes of C major, which has no sharps and no flats, we would have that's where our octave work really comes into balance. Every single note that you will play that goes above the G, A, B, C, D is where the octave is played. However, your instrument has a oopsie, so your first inclination to play your D with that octave finger won't sound right, but that's what you're supposed to be practicing. So for now on, bear in mind, you can also tighten your embouchure to get a G low, not using your thumb finger for the octave, and get a high note by squeezing your lip embouchure and pushing a little bit more air through the fuselage. It's hard, but you will practice it like this. It accomplishes the same thing with your embouchure, getting the overtones, as it does hitting the octave button. You can do it with the D and not have your thumb on. Hear that? So practice that without the thumb, and in fact, it just makes you a stronger player. We will figure out what's up with your saxophone and get you playing in no time. Focus on the rudiments. That's where this is at. Aloha.